Montreal and TAMU.
Grow through every match.
All right. And it looks like TAMU only with one robot. Looks like just the standard. And the Sentry firing at the wall, moving towards the side. We'll see if it can navigate. Moving over to the Polystar side of the field.
And picking a fight already with their standard.
Locking onto that standard and getting first blood.
The TAMU Sentry is doing some work.
You can see here in the cockpit with the Montreal Red Standard 3 going down.
The Sentry just taking another fight.
This would be the Sentry for PolyMTL.
PolyMTL Sentry went down.
That TAMU Sentry doing work, teaming up with the standard.
While the standard... While the red standard is doing some work... Not red. While the blue standard is doing some work on the red base, the Sentry just seems to be protecting it by destroying the blue, by destroying the red.
Importantly,
standards.
though, that TAMU Sentry no longer picking up Red Standard 3 or Red Standard 4, it seems. If PolyMTL is smart, they will make use of that to do some damage. But that TAMU Standard coming in and just chewing through the base. You can see here through our roaming cam, TAMU Standard just laying into the base with those 17mm projectiles at that steady stream.
It seems PolyMTL is unable to defend currently. Maybe it was a jam in there.
I'm looking over at the Polystar robots. They are right there. They have projectiles in their hoppers.
But they just seem to be overpowered right now.
It seems they are having some electrical issues, or maybe it is a software issue with that power limiting. They are unable to leave their resupply area.
And just with 280 left on their base, PolyMTL is in a very precarious situation right now.
Especially with that TAMU Standard, Blue Standard 3, already at level 10.
The fire rate on the TAMU Standard is also really high. The TAMU Standard just melting away at the base.
Finishing off Polystar, taking the victory for this first round in this best of 2 match. That was impressive from TAMU. I'm honestly impressed. They got this Sentry to work. It moved and it navigated over to the red side.
Let's improve and then from time to time.
All right. Well, let's get ready to go for round 2 in 3, 2, 1. Match start. All right. The TAMU Sentry off and exploring once again, making it back onto the Polystar side.
But it's getting confused a little bit.
It's getting confused. Too many choices, it seems. Sentry having trouble deciding which robot to lock onto. But TAMU with Blue Standard 3 coming off on the flank and being able to finish off the Sentry. And TAMU Sentry getting a kill.
And now TAMU with their standard is just destroying the base, melting it away.
You can see Polystar trying to body block here, provide some cover, get right up into the face of the TAMU Sentry. So that way it can't lock onto any armor panels, and it seems to be working.
But they are neglecting the other standard.
The other standard from TAMU, though, coming in and just chewing through the red base.
Another high fire rate robot here.
You can see TAMU already running out of 17mm projectiles, having to go back to the resupply zone and buy more.
And I believe both robots were destroyed because of... Both robots on the red side were destroyed because of overpower issue or module offline.
But that TAMU Sentry holding the entire Polystar team at bay, going 1v3, while the TAMU Standard, Blue Standard 3, just lays into the red base.
Very unfortunate. The red base is only at 200, 140 health, 95,
25 projectiles left, 20, 17, 15, and they are able to destroy the base.
Another blue victory.
TAMU taking the victory with a clean 2-0. That Sentry really coming into play now. Finally, after days and nights and sleepless hours of tuning that robot, they finally have it working.
They do. And it's working brilliantly.
It was definitely a contributing factor in that round. If we had